Cool. So we're here to talk about Man with the Iron Fists, and I want to know when, and where did the genesis for this idea take place?
I think the genesis of this idea, the true genesis, probably go back to me being a kid, a 9-year-old kid, watching my first martial art film, and then I used to walk to school, always dreaming and fantasizing about it. But then, as I had a career with Wu-Tang Clan and everything, about 2005, I think, somebody asked me to try to write a movie. I think the guy name was Stefan Belafonte. He's like, yo, he saw my video. He saw this video I did called Tragedy. And he was like, yo, you should write a whole movie about some stuff like that. And I tried. And it was pretty cool, but it wasn't great. And then I told the story to Eli Roth, who loved the story. And then we got together a couple of years later, and we made it into a screenplay. And from there, we went to our mentor, Quentin Tarantino, and we got permission to come together and rock. And here we are right now. You know what I mean?
Awesome. So how involved was Quentin in this, and how much of a mentor was he for you?
Well, he wasn't involved with the process of the movie itself. I mean, he did come to China and came to the set and visit us, which was great, you know what I mean? But he's mentored me for some years now, so I learned a lot from that man, and I give him super respect, allowing me to be a student. But as he said in China one day, he was in the Video Village, he was like, you're no longer a student, you know what I mean? You're ready to be a master.
Awesome. So tell us, how'd you come aboard this project, and tell us a little bit about your character as well.
Character is called Brass Body, and I think initially RZA just had a certain type in mind for this character. His character is pretty much indestructible, and he found out through mutual friends that I was involved in martial arts, and he saw me. He never knew. He was aware of my wrestling career, but he didn't know I was involved in martial arts. And so I think that just sparked something in him, and he made a couple calls, asked me to come in and meet him, and I came in, and he sized me up. Then he offered me the part.
Awesome. What would you say is your favorite martial arts movie of all time?
This is always easy for me. It's Five Deadly Venoms for sure. But for him, you ask him, and he goes through like 1,000 movies. But me, it's Five Deadly Venoms.
All right, I'm going to get a top 5 from you in that case.
Well, you won't get a top 5, but I'll give you 5 good ones because they change. But Five Deadly Venoms is definitely one of the first films that really blew my mind. So that's one you have to see. You should also see Master Killer, which is also called 36 Chambers. You have to see that one. You should also see, you should see The Hot, the Cool, the Vicious. You know what I mean? That's a classic movie as well with leg style, hand styles. I think you should see Jet Li movie, Once Upon a Time in China. You know what I mean? The whole series if you can, but definitely see one of those. And I think you should see the great Jackie Chan, Sammo Hung. They got a lot of movies, but let's say Jackie Chan, Snake and Eagle Shadow is one of the foundation movies. But for Sammo Hung, there's one called Warriors 2. You know what I mean? Where he does the Wing Chun. You know what I mean? That's 6? Okay, all right, I gotta stop. But I could go on and on, on and on. I mean, it's a lot of great ones out there for me.
So I'm seeing the trailer for this movie, and I'm like, Russell Crowe. How'd you get Russell Crowe in this movie?
Well, I worked with him I had worked with Russell on American Gangster, and in the next 3 days, and we became friends, and I would have this idea, and I would talk to him about it sometime. And of course, a kung fu movie didn't fit his appetite, but he trusts me as an artist. He had a chance to get to know me as an artist, and he respects my art, and he came on board, really to support me. I'll say in his own way, to show those who may have doubted me that I'm a serious artist. There's one scene in the film where we both exchanged words, right? And I think that, in hindsight, that those words we shared was actually him talking to RZA and Russell, and not the two characters. And he just, he said something that was cool. You'll see it when you see it in the movie. Watch out for it. But he said something to me that's like, that was to me as a buddy. You know what I mean? And it was the last day of shooting as well. So awesome. It was cool though.
Awesome. So final question: the music in the movie. Obviously, you're debuting some stuff there. How did that come about? Well,
the music was something that the studio asked me to do later on, but I mean, we played music throughout the set, right? On the set, we played a lot of music throughout. I went in and I scored it now with my buddy Howard Drawson. Got songs from people like the Black Keys, Kanye West, you know what I mean? Wiz Khalifa came and blessed me with some sounds. So we got a real cool soundtrack. And the soundtrack, I think, will come out around like October 23rd. Awesome. The movie is November 2nd. But I want to take the moment right now to thank you guys. You guys premiered and debuted the trailer, and it went crazy viral. I think like in a few days, like 300,000 people saw it thanks to IGN. And I want to take a little time to thank Russell Crowe, Rick Yoon, Kung Lee, Jamie Chung, Byron Mann, Daniel Wu. I said Lucy Liu, right? Dave Bautista, of course, right here with me. And really the whole cast who came to represent on this mission with me. And my buddy Eli Roth for helping me take it from a mental thing to a piece of paper where we can read it and follow this map to a movie that I think will be fun and exciting to a movie-going audience.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for talking, guys.